going, everybody? I'll be happy to answer any questions that I can.
Hey, John, after looking back at it again, what do you think was your guys' biggest issue in the red zone on offense?
I think one time we took a knee at the end of the game, so that was an issue. We had a good drive, I think, on the second possession and scored a touchdown. We had 2 third and goal with the 5-yard line situations. I've just got to do a better job trying to find the right play. The Dolphins are pretty good, to say the least, but I thought we scored enough points to win the game.
John, you guys are same spot you were last year, 7-8 after 15 games. Where do you think you guys have shown progress in areas, and where do you think you are better than you were a year ago?
I'll answer that stuff at the end of the year. Obviously, statistics are what they are. You can read about it, and everybody's going to have their own opinion. But we've made some real strides in some areas, and we've not making some strides in some others, and it's pretty obvious. And we'll address that at the end of the season.
John, does coming close 2 years kind of light your fire even more to get this back? What you talked about at your opening press conference to get the brand back, and coming close 2 years, do you even, I guess, more fired up is a way to say it, to get this back how you want it to be?
Yeah, obviously I don't have a lot of time. Life goes by quick. Disappointed. We were in this thing late last year, and we were in this thing late this year, but I've got to do a lot better job down the stretch with our football team, and I'm excited about some of the progress that we've made, and I'm also very disappointed in some ways, but I'll address all that stuff at the end of the year.
Hey, John, when you watch the game film, you see the touches that the targets that Ruggs had and Witten had. Is that a ratio you're happy with, or you want to get Ruggs more involved?
Well, Ruggs has been sick for 10 days. He just showed up Friday, number one. So, we didn't even know if he was going to play, Vic, but that had something to do with it. Right now, just so we're all on the same page, we're targeting Waller, doing a pretty good job of that. We're targeting Nelson Aguilar because those are our top 2 guys, and we're targeting Josh Jacobs. And Ruggs has got to practice, stay with us longer, and he's got to do more with his targets. And when he does, he'll see the ball more.
Hey, John, the Dolphins struggled a little bit on offense through the first 3 quarters, and then obviously did well in the fourth quarter with Ryan Fitzpatrick coming in. What was it about him and the challenges that he presented that were different from Tua that kind of, led them to get on that run there in the fourth quarter?
I think Fitzpatrick has an incredible amount of experience, and he has a gunslinging mentality that very few quarterbacks have. He has 9 lives. He's willing to make throws that a lot of guys won't even consider attempting. I think the players respond to him and his leadership. He's a very unique person. He's able to come off the bench in some dire situations and play good football. That's one of the reasons why he's still in this league, and a lot of people still respect him a great deal, me included, obviously.
John, the new year's here. We won't see until after the new year starts here. What's kind of a little off topic? What's a New Year's resolution that you'd like to achieve this year?
Well, I think I speak for most people that I know. I'd like to put these masks away forever. I'd like to see the world beat this virus. I'm really excited about some of the things I've heard with the progress that we've made. I think, fixing this virus and getting everybody back to normal will help everybody in every way possible. So that's kind of where my heart is right now.
John, I know it's early in the week, but I was wondering if you had any kind of a status report on Cleve Farrell and some of the other defensive players. And also along those lines, I know you guys were relying on a lot of young players defensively this year. How detrimental was it not getting those guys on the field consistently together, not just for the performance this year, but also for the development of this defense?
Well, it's pretty obvious. I think I speak for most coaches in the NFL. There's been a lot of units that have been hit by the virus, hit by injuries, and hit by inactivity, and it's a bad combination. But we like our young team. We like our young players, and it did hurt us. In regards to your first question, I don't think Farrell will play this week. I'd be surprised if he does. We don't know really the status of our COVID players, Worley, Eric Harris. We're hopeful that they'll come back. Jim O'Neill, our secondary coach, we're hoping that he can come back. Taver Johnson, another secondary coach, We're hoping he can come back. We think Nick Kwiatkowski might come back late in the week. And we're hopeful on Nick Morrow. But we got to wait and see whether they pass their tests and we handle the protocols properly. But I'll have to update you here later in the week.
Hey, John, you've talked a lot ever since coming back about getting foundational pieces to get this thing going and keep going. With that in mind, how big of a foundational piece on offense are both Darren Waller and Josh Jacobs going forward?
Oh, they're great. I think offensively we've done some really good things on first down, third down, fourth down. We've scored the ball this year better than we have. But to go back to the Waller point, here's a man that's on the verge of potentially breaking Tim Brown's record, one I thought would never be broken. What kind of person he is, the kind of practice work ethic that he puts forth, Josh Jacobs. So those are two great building blocks. We're really confident in Foster Moreau and Alec Ingold and our young receiving core moving forward. Colton Miller at left tackle. So we do feel pretty good. And we feel we've got some pieces on defense. We just haven't proved it yet. But knowing Mike Mayock the way I do and these young players the way I do, I'm confident they will.
Coach, how did Derek come out of the game health-wise, and any thought of wanting to see maybe Marcus in the finale?
I thought he came out well. I thought he responded to a lot of different things. He threw the ball great, threw the ball down the field accurately, and had a great scramble bomb to Aguilar to put us ahead. Then he brought us down the field again to win the game. So, no, Derek will start and finish the season just like we had anticipated he would. And whether Marcus has a role in this, we'll wait and see.
Hey, John, what are some of the pros and cons of putting together a Mariota package to use at certain points of the game?
Well, the pros and cons are pretty obvious. You can keep the defense off balance. If that's what you think. I think when we put Marcus in at quarterback, I think most coaches are pretty sharp. I think they know that plays can be different. He's not the only dual threat quarterback playing in the NFL, but I think it might apply a different defense. You might see some different looks. There's a lot of things, obviously, but those are the two main things.
John, back at the beginning when you were talking about the red zone, your first remark was, we took a knee. Any regrets?
Yeah, I have a regret because, we lost the game on the most horrific play I've ever been associated with, But no, we study analytics. People don't think we study analytics. The analytics say that was a great move. That's why analytics don't know anything either, Jerry. But no, I'm just kidding. No, I don't have any regrets. You got 19 seconds left and no timeouts at the minus 25-yard line. And for us to not get off the field with a victory is it's a shame. It's a disgrace, and it's a reflection of me only. We got to do a lot better job than that.
John, Rod got a chance to work with the defense a little prolonged time with the space between Thursday's game and Saturday's game. Did you notice anything different along the lines with the defense, and what was your assessment of the defense?
Yeah, I did. I think everybody did. There was a lot of great effort. We didn't have a lot of error. Guys were confident. They were sure of themselves. Not perfect. Wasn't perfect. I don't want to, sound like I'm critiquing Paul Gunther either. But we didn't do as much on defense. We played hard. The disappointing thing is we played well enough to win that football game. And it goes down to one lousy play, and it's still sticks in my gut the wrong way right now.
John, back in, was it April, whatever, at the Combine, you were talking about how much fun this was going to be, moving to Vegas, a new facility, and just all that associated with what the word fun means. Has it been tough to use the word fun this season?
Yeah, it has, honestly. You have fun when you come in here and you're with your players and coaches, and you have fun when we're together. But when you can't share fun times with people, it stinks. To go out on the field on Saturday night football, Thursday night football, Sunday night football, Monday night football, national TV in Las Vegas, and have no one there, it's tough. It's disappointing not to have any friends. It gets lonely. But I'm like everybody else. You know, I share in the responsibility of beating this virus and staying positive and knowing at the end, you know, good times are ahead. But it's a great city. We can't wait to be a part of it. I just shared a moment this morning with members of our organization and several of our players. Our guys donated over $400,000 to some local clubs here in town, trying to make Vegas a little bit better place. I think we talked about doing that at the beginning of training camp. Really proud of our players and our coaches and our organization and how they want to get involved and how they're proving that even though it's virtual.